just a moment ago. And they are all set as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the
Talk to me nice.
Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will
Early tip, light rain.
Quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21. Yards on the catch and run.
And the Packer first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams, and it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds.
To Davante Adams. 1st and goal, Green Bay.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and to use those wheels of his, the absolute devastating effect.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And this time he is in. A.J. Dillon taking it in. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Mason Crosby.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
The kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun. He's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. 2 great competitors, 2 fantastic players.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Buccaneers nothing.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else will flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa. From the gun, it's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scampering home for 19 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
I've been waiting to hear next-gen stats. What I can get? We back, y'all. Next-gen stats.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
So I'll leave it at 7.
Light rain, light drizzle. Sprinkle it, nigga.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Packers take over 1st
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in this first half of action. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
That was a cover on the Rodgers. It's in breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
37-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Brady now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Are you serious?
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On first down, Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Gronkowski, 32 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that. Ran with it all the way to the end zone.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
Take over first and 10.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have retaken the lead. has given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that.
You see what I'm doing to this nigga right now?
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green
Now
Bay.
after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken over 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
get lucky right now, so.
Is he beat?
Is he beating you? I beat everybody. What do you mean? Is he beating you? I beat you all the time. What does he mean? Is he beating you? Oh, I got this.
Hey, you see how I got on?
Boom, I got this.
You see how I got on Sam James?
Them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll go again to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Brady on target to Gronk. 1st down, Buccaneers. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Brady will try again on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
On third and long, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising.
You seen the thing, Rob Boomagan?
Someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point.
That's the score. Packers 9.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out.
Oh, look, I got something for him.
The 25.
You feel me? Y'all see what he trying to do to me?
Ready to take over.
Put that nigga in a box.
This drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal.
Hey, Matt Kitty love that shit when we
It's
said.
about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Jones. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Big hook up there, forced to Throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, first and 15. And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offense has spent a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 7. 1:45 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. Back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a couple.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one a first down pickup of 8. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. And he's got Miller. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Gronkowski, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got chats coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tricky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got chats coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new Chris Foss, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And he wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got chats coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Keep it Might be the team, might be the camp, might be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just the heel. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
T-Rag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now we see quarterback Drew Brees and his New Orleans offense set to go on attack here for the first time.
Total relentlessness of consistency. Almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game,
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's Breeze getting it into the hands of Tre'Quan Smith. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now it's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 20.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run the option on 2nd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After the second quarter in Green Bay, it's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Something we're seeing more of with a rise in the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze on the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. His pass caught at the 4. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Pass complete here to Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Breeze going to go on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime with... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
16, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken way up at the 25. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's Jones. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make things...
Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Breeze will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here. But we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The guy out of the pocket there was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Breeze. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Jair Alexander.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Breeze. This is caught.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Alvin Kamara. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
Will Lutz
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they want to keep that going now because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time they would intercept it.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And his pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll get 34 yards there.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On the counter, here's Jones.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the Saints' 4-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers are able to...
that lead out further. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a hell of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And intercepted. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Rodgers throwing here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off. Now Breeze lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
6-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Second nature, all is automatic.
Stadium in Kansas City. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. Start throwing the football. 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Man open left side is Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Option play, and they'll hand it to Dobbins.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. He may try and run for this. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. Finding room at the 30. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Interception. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. Get the lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now it's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Jackson's pass
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw again is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
To me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group, seeing the future. Just find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
So we have come to half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
We can't have that.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but they got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. It's Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Now Bell
Well hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Here we go! Here we go!
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. Jackson on first down. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Calais Campbell fighting his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. They'll roll him out right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Nothing here.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone's seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Again, it's Bell. Uses the stiff arm and fights through one man. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And out across midfield down to the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Mahomes is going to run it on the option. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw it? And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Flush to his right. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some room to maneuver. Look at the big man rumble. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again, that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Jackson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A 28-yard gain.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play.
Easy work.
The pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
One last shot for Jackson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.